Is this the end? Could it be the end of the MCU? And the dawn of the NCU, the Nintendo Cinematic Universe, is here, and nobody can stop it.
What a curveball.
What a curveball. Nobody saw it coming.
Well, I'm thinking more because you were just like, I knew we were talking about video games that turn into movies, and you're like, is this the end of MCU? I'm like, what the fuck is this? Am I on the wrong show? And we booked this wrong?
It's called drama.
Yeah, you definitely built it up there.
What is up, everybody? Happy Thursday night. Welcome to the Paper Chase channel and the Into the Void podcast with my buddy, Reverend Wormwood. How you doing?
Yo, what up, Johnny G?
Not much, man. Just another Thursday night and feeling pretty good. Hey, look what I can do.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that.
Give me a flex. Give me a little flex. Do you run like that?
No. I have been told, though, I run weird. But people I used to play baseball with. Run. I used to be very fast, but I was told I run very weirdly, oddly. I don't know why. People say
you do that thing where you like kicked yourself in the air.
Yeah. There you go. You know,
you're that guy.
I don't
kick
think
yourself
so,
in the ass guy.
I don't think.
Well, you must be.
I don't know. I'm fast though. I was fast.
I don't know, man. If you kick yourself in the ass guy, you're not very fast. You can't be that fast.
No,
you're kicking yourself in the ass. You're telling yourself.
I don't know. That's what they say.
Who said that? You said
Emily. Happily Thursday. No, I never said that. Who we got? We got Fingers and Toes out there. We got Emily. Hey. What's going on, everybody? We got four live. It'll grow. Okay, so those real quick overview of what we're going to be doing tonight.
Yes.
Obviously, you saw the thumbnail, and we're gonna, of course, touch on some of the news topics and things like that. Maybe have you seen Mando, Kevin? Did you watch Mando?
Oh, look! So I watched the one that you hated, and then I came across the news.
Did you watch yesterday though?
No, but let's talk from let's talk from. Okay, hold on. You've got that written down, don't you? The Mandalorian episode. We can talk about this. You have that written down?
Yeah.
Okay, so finish your other topics, and then we'll go right back to Mandalorian because I know Emily and Fingers and Toes definitely can talk about this. So.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And then the big bulk of the show is going to be what I've done for you guys. I've culminated probably a good maybe 10 to 12 books. If you're interested on this whole new direction that the cinema might go to, which is gaming, the Nintendo gaming cinematic universe is going to be a thing, whether you're a fan of it or not. And it's just so conveniently coming at a time where MCU fatigue is definitely happening. So I put together a little list of some books that we can look at that are first appearances of all these gaming characters and, stuff for maybe to be on the lookout for if you're interested in that kind of stuff, or if you just want them because you're a fan of the games, whatever. That'll be the meat and the potatoes of the show. First, what you got? You got questions?
Do you think they'll make a movie about Low G-Man from the NES? Do you remember Low G-Man? Did you ever play that? You're kind of young, so...
No.
There was a game called Low G-Man. What I really want, can there be like a Bionic Commando NES movie? Will it be NES? Is that what?
NCU, the Nintendo Cinematic Universe.
It'll be Nescu? You think it'll be that?
MCU.
Oh,
MCU, okay. Nintendo Cinematic
I'm thinking
Universe.
the Nintendo Entertainment System. Look at me, trying to make things harder than they have to be.
No. It's just Nintendo, the brand. That's the brand. Nintendo Cinematic Universe, like Marvel Cinematic Universe. All we're doing is going from MCU to NCU. LOL, Low G-Man. Yeah, I never played that. Tell me about it.
It's a great game. The guy had like a low gravity, so he could jump really high in the air and get killed really quickly. But it was awesome. It was a great game. It's nice to know that there's somebody else out there that would like Low G-Man. Yes, indeed.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right,
cool. So real quick, let's touch on a couple of these new, hot topic issues. So we have this little Spider-Boy, huh? How's Spider-Boy doing?
Well,
I
got called out on Instagram a little bit because I was trying to figure out, like, somebody was trying to say, Spider-Boy's got, well, first of all, Spider-Boy is coming out in the new Dan Slott issue of Spider-Man.
Man number 7. Yep, this is it here.
7. Okay, and this is going to be
If you haven't seen it,
it's going to be the first appearance of Spider Boy. There it is, Spider Boy.
it was, yeah, it's a terrible photo. It was
Here's
the first appearance, yeah.
here's the thing, though. There you go. Like, here's the thing. Like, I don't understand. Like, first of all, modern comics. Like, give me a break. Stop trying to give me modern comics. Are going to be like a bunch of dollars. I've gone through this already. You know, most noticeably
Yeah.
for me recently was Thor 20 when Mjolnir became a sentient being. You know, and I had to travel around just trying to get the damn Thor book. But
Right.
the thing about Spider Boy is I don't give a fuck. Like go do your quadruple universes and your multiverses and things like that, and come back to me in 10 years when you're Spider Teen or Spider Lad. You know, like Spider Boy. Who names himself fucking
Well,
Spider Boy?
Well, now hold on. Oh, hold on. Well, Superboy would.
you
if
have
he
two
was
of
a
these.
Spider person.
Well, what the fuck, dude? Superboy's been around since the 50s, though.
Yeah, but so here's the thing. It's a could be a cash grab. I'm not for this character. I'm not an advocate for Spider Boy.
And you would never buy this book.
But I bought 3 of them. I'm not an idiot. They're off at CGC right now.
Right.
But I got them. But I got them when they were cheap. That's the thing, though. I don't always do this. I don't always buy these crazy anomalies like Toastin and Spider Boy. They're extremely similar, scarily similar. But sometimes I get an inkling, and I'll get that little notification that this thing is going up. I saw the cover of it. I saw, hey, Spider Boy, badass cover. I was like,
you like
and it
that
was
cover?
10 at the time when I bought them. It's cool. It's in a way it's symmetrical. It's got this. It catches your eye in a way. But hold on. But look. I saw it, and it was at $10 a copy when I bought it. I do not advise anybody right now to buy this book at like $40 a copy. That is
no.
$10 a copy right now is that's for me. You know, people talk about FOMO. There's no FOMO if there's no fear, right? At $10 a copy, buying 3 copies, there's no fear of anything right there. I'm like, okay, let's just see what the hell happens, you know? And they're off at CGC, and they'll probably get 9.8s, and you know, it'll help fund what I love in the hobby, which is...
Oh, you weren't lying. You really did put them
books.
up to CGC.
Yeah, they're there right now.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. What you got?
Can I tell you, I suffer from something called JOMO, a joy of missing out. You know, like I'm okay. I'm okay with not having these books, but I understand.
Sure,
I understand you wanting them, and I understand. Like I was reading that series. I read the first 3 books, and it was terrible. The Spider universe, that it's fucking hard to follow. You know, like maybe I'm dumb, but it's hard to follow.
No, it's convoluted for sure. It's a ton of shit going on, and then you've got Dan Slott writing it, who is the most prolific Spider writer. He's written more Spider-Man stories than anybody. But it's a very, like I said, convoluted character filled place, and this person amongst everybody else that's already existing doesn't seem that appealing. He shows up, he says his name is Bailey. That right there makes me think that it might be some sort of maybe a transgender route that they might go. Spider Boy named Bailey. Who knows what they're gonna do?
How did you get that from Bailey?
Bailey's a girl's name.
Wait, yeah, but
Spider Boy.
Wait, are you serious, dude? Did you read the book?
His name is Bailey. I read his entrance in the book. I didn't read before. I read where he comes in.
Okay, so you think Bailey is a trans? Marvel.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I would not doubt it. So, but the appeal of this book is, and it's really smart what they're doing, is they're marketing it as a sidekick. You know, I don't want to spend too much time on Spider Boy.
Really?
But yeah, they're marketing it. That's the thing. Will he be the Robin to Spider-Man, kind of situation? Is he going to be a little sidekick for a long time? And whether you're for that or not, if they stick him next to Spider-Man and have him start off as a character that nobody likes, because remember, one of the greatest characters right now that's hot, nobody liked her, Ahsoka Tano in Star Wars. Everybody hated her when she showed up. She was just this dumb, entitled little, Jedi Padawan. And then by season 2, 3 of Clone Wars, everybody loved the character. So let's say they go with that with Spider-Boy. They show up, everybody's like, hey, get this kid out of here. And then over the course of 3 years, they evolve him to somebody who's, cool.
Are you serious?
I'm just saying that
it's supposed to be a sidekick. I'm just kind of gripping here because, like,
I think so, yeah.
Huh. But why? But a few things with Peter Parker. A few things with Peter Parker. If we could take a
Yeah.
second here, I've joked
Yep.
about a bunch of times, but nobody gets their ass kicked more in the world than Peter Parker. I've joked with Intense
Hmm.
Walk about it. I don't know if he's in here yet, but I don't understand why Peter Parker gets his ass kicked so much. No one gets beat up more than Peter Parker, and he's broke as fuck
Hmm.
all the time. That guy
Yeah.
never has
Yeah.
fucking money. You know, he can't seal the deal with Mary Jane Watson Parker. He can't for some reason. You know, like in the
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man right now, he's bungled that up again, and she's with another guy. But
Mm-hmm.
he's always broke. But you're trying to tell me this guy who can't get it together now for 70, 80 years needs a fucking sidekick? Like named Bailey? Come
It's
on.
right. He does. No, I agree. He doesn't. But
What is Bailey's power anyway? We're just assuming he's a spider person.
we
What
don't know yet.
spider ref
We don't know yet.
is he? Like
We
Cindy
don't know
Moon
yet.
who got bit by the exact same spider that Spider-Man got bit by, but then went in a bunker for 10 years? Like,
We have no idea yet. We just
mhm.
don't know. But very interesting to find out. I mean, they're putting more behind this than what I don't know, or maybe about the same as what they did behind Tosin. Tosin still that's still a $50 book. I don't know. Sometimes shit gets just so big it just stays
Explain
there.
Tosin. Explain Tosin to people who
Well,
probably don't know.
Tosin, Tosin Odeyu is basically a new younger character that popped up in Black Panther series, the most recent Black Panther series, and they kind of marketed him as the new Miles Morales. That he's going to play a huge part in Wakanda. And they even did as much as one of the covers was homaging Ultimate Fallout 4, where he is looking at his mask.
Really?
And it sold a ton of. The second print was that. But yeah, it sold a ton of copies. It's still a $50 book. I bought that book at $10. That's also off at CGC right now. It's just like at this point, it's like if you see something going and you get in and you can get in at a comfortable spot for you, I say do it. If you're comfortable with it, there's no fear. If I lose out and this book goes back to $3.99 or $4.99, I'm not losing sleep over that at all.
No,
So,
it's a dog book. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
it's whatever. If you get in at that, but once you get in, if you wait more than 24 hours when the book's released, and that's when you're getting in, that's where you're playing a risky game with this whole it's speculation market.
A risky game.
It
A
is.
risky
It can be.
game.
It can be. But we'll see. We'll see. I have very low expectations. I'm not worried about it if it does nothing. It is what it is. It's whatever. But and then this. If I had to put a picture on what are modern comics, this is it. It is the
No, don't give me
Spider-Boy
another fucking
second print.
homage.
Dude, look at it. Look at it. It's to me, dude. This is disgusting to me.
You look at his crotch, man. I don't need to. That's yet another fucking Spider-Man 1 homage. Another Spider-Man homage. My God.
it.
Oh, you
I hate
hate it. Can you count the Spider?
Oh,
Oh, look,
yeah.
of course, it's like perfectly looks exactly like Spider-Man 1. Ugh, God, stop with
Yeah.
that fucking cover, man. Jesus
I
Christ.
hate it. All right, yeah. But okay, that's enough Spider Boy. He's taken up. He didn't deserve as much time as we gave him.
Bailey.
Bailey. We will see what Bailey does. All right, Spider Boy, get the hell out of here.
All right. All right.
Okay. Now,
Go.
what's up? What you got?
Go to Mandalorian. There you are.
Mandalorian. Boom.
Hey.
Season 3, episode 7. Fucking great episode. What's your? Well, you didn't see it yet. But what's
Okay,
your
okay.
thoughts of last week?
All right. So, truth be told, everybody out there in the world who watches this later on, John and I usually communicate after the Mandalorian show comes out. And I talked to John. Well, before it, I met John on Saturday. We had lunch together, margaritas and cheese. It was good.
Yeah.
He's like,
Some
he's
chips
like,
with that too.
yeah. He's like, I hated the no, just cheese. We were just like, and I was feeding you, and you were feeding me.
Oh yeah.
You had that one little thing on your beard. Oh man, Wonka got enough by a tongue. Anyway, so like, you hated that episode, and I didn't know why you hated it, so I had to watch it. You like, but not only did he hate it, you guys, he hated it. He was mad. Like I had to get on the phone with him because I was getting scared. He was very, very mad. But I watched it and I thought to myself, like, is anything better with Jack Black? I don't know. Is anything like
Is anything what bad with Jack Black?
is anything better with Jack Black? And I'm not making fun of
better.
Jack Black, but Jack Black is like when you have Jack Black in a show, you're not like he's a character. You're like, oh look, they got Jack Black in a show. You know, Jack Black is Jack Black. He's not like the character, whatever character he thought that he was or he was supposed to be. He was still just Jack Black. And
Right.
what
Yeah.
Lizzo was there, and I mean, you hated her acting. I didn't
Lizzo, it was, it
care.
was. Real quick. I want to keep our eye on the chat. I got to address the comment, and we will go right back to what you're saying. Figure says, "There's some high hopes to compare her to Ahsoka Tano. It'd be great if you are right, but that was some good character development because she was, yes, first
Uh-oh, you froze.
character becomes as great." The only thing that I'm saying is that you can't count a new character out yet just because they suck at their inception. That's all I'm saying by that. I'm not trying to compare fucking Spider Boy to Ahsoka Tano. They are light years, pun intended, away from each other. But yeah, that's if it happens, it happens. If not, whatever. All I'm saying is just because people don't like him right now doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to be a good character in the future. That's just the first person that popped in my head.
Okay, you cut out there. I realized I'm on the wrong internet server, but who were you talking about? That you were mad about? Yeah, I'm in the back room, and I forgot to switch it to the back room internet, and so I'm.
No, I was just telling Fingers and Toes that I wasn't trying to compare Spider Boy to Ahsoka Tano because they are just eons apart. But I was just saying that I don't think it's fair to look at Spider Boy and say he sucks right now. There's not going to be a future for him. And I just use Ahsoka as an example because majority of people, when Ahsoka first was introduced in Clone Wars, was not favorable to her. And now she's one of the most beloved characters. So that's all I was saying. Yeah, and if Spider-Boy works out, it's great. If not, literally do not care.
You were saying...
But, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I cut you off. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to go back to The Mandalorian and say, yeah, I hated that last episode.
So we have to assume everybody's caught up. Please, if you're not caught up, don't leave. There's only a few of you in here, but don't leave. The thing is, you didn't like the fact that he just gave your girl the blade, But what I'm reading now is that like the Mandalorian doesn't mean just him. It just means the Mandalorians. Period. So they're saying that Pascal Perez's character is going to start like being phased out as the main character. I'm not watching this show for Katie Sackhoff. She's great, but I'm not watching it for Bo-Katan. I'm watching it for
exactly.
Jardin or whoever his name is. I'm not watching
Din Djarin.
You're just assuming that I like all Mandalorians. No, I don't like all Mandalorians.
Exactly.
You sold me in Pascal Perez or
Rev.
Fucking
dude.
Fucking
man. That is the point. It's a bait and switch. And I told it to Crystal like this yesterday. I was like, it's hard to get mad at because it's like in a family, like God forbid. No. It's hard to get mad at. Like, God forbid, like, let's say your mom, let's say your dad passes, unfortunately, right? Jesus. And now you're left with, now you're left with your stepmom. But you really love your stepmom. It's like you're pissed. You're pissed that your dad's gone.
Go on.
But you can't be pissed at your new stepmom because she's fucking great. Everybody loves Bo-Katan Kryze.
Do we have any saxophone music?
No, but people are pissed about the bait and switch because I heard somebody else say this about it's called The Mandalorian. It's like, no, dude, we were sold on Din Djarin and Grogu. That was the selling point for seasons 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
If perfect example, and tell me if you're okay with this. Let's say Return of the Jedi. And all of a sudden, some fucking random dude I've been a Jedi that's been hiding in a cave training for 5 years. And I'm going to be better. I'm going to take Luke Skywalker's place. By episode, what is it? 4, 5, 6. By episode 6, you're going to have a shit fit. You do all that's...
You're saying. Well, okay, so the first Star Wars movie came out, which was called... What was the first one called? What was it called? A New Hope or something like that?
No, well, Star Wars. That's what it was. Renamed. It was called Star Wars. And then you have Empire Strikes Back.
Okay. So we got Star Wars and the Empire Strikes Back go exactly according to plan, okay?
Yep.
And the third one's called the Return of the Jedi. And what if it starts and it's like not Luke Skywalker at all? It just happens to be another Jedi that came back.
It's a Jedi. But it's a Jedi.
It's a Jedi.
Fuck you. That's not what we were sold on. And it does piss me off because people invest their time and emotions in watching this stuff. And it's stupid. It's stupid. It's nobody's direct fault, well, other than Kathleen Kennedy.
No, absolutely. So it's kind of like two things. It's kind of like when we were watching the Bourne Identity movies, And at one
Yeah.
point, they just threw Jeremy Renner in there, and he was the Bourne guy. It was the
Right.
Bourne project, but the movie was good. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna complain about that. Is it
Yeah.
also kind of like John? Like again, I know I'm a little bit older than you, but in my childhood, there was a little movie,
Uh-huh.
cartoon movie that came out called Transformers the movie. Okay,
Yeah.
so listen, I ended up watching Transformers for years before that, all the cartoons, and I read the comics and things like that. But in the comics, like these fucking Autobots and Decepticons could get their asses shredded and handed to them, and they would never die. Like it was
Mhm.
amazing. I love it. Optimus Prime died like 4 times before he died in the movie. But in the
Yeah.
movie, in the fucking movie, which I did not see in the theater because my parents, thank you. But in the first 5 minutes of the movie, they killed like 20 fucking Autobots, like dead. Like you're not coming back from the dead. They're getting thrown in a pile of pits of like parts. And I was like, oh my god, you can go all these cartoons and comics, and these guys can't die. But in the movie, you kill them all in 5 minutes, and they're all just fucking dead. Like
Right.
it's like that's
Yeah.
the feeling I guess you're getting at. All of a sudden, like
Yeah. Yeah.
with the Mandalorian, it's like, oh, it says the Mandalorian. There's a lot of Mandalorians. We're not going to just do Pascal
Sure.
Perez.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, absolutely. So that's the disheartening thing. And yeah, fucking Return of the Jedi is not about any other Jedi other than Luke. And it's just, I don't know. Don't try to pull
His
the wool
cousin,
over our eyes.
his cousin Jed.
Yeah. It's
Jed
and
Skywalker.
Crystal and I were talking about last night, and we were both saying, we're like, if you're gonna go this route, fucking he should have died at the end of season 2. When his arc should have ended mirroring Vader to Luke Skywalker. He should have gotten killed somehow in the room where they were hiding out, and he should have taken off his helmet for Grogu to see him on his dying breath, and then Grogu should have went off with Luke Skywalker, because his arc would have ended in a way that you can appreciate, and that's fine. But now you didn't kill him. You've kept him alive. Now you started a new arc that's shitty. So now people have
You made him
bad
a simp.
taste in their mouth.
He's like a little. He's like,
Yeah.
He just simps Bo-Katan.
Yeah, exactly. So now if you fucking kill him, I'm gonna be pissed, because now he doesn't deserve to die at this point in his fucking story arc. Like, and if he does, it better be great. It better be insane.
I think I'm more petty in the fact that, like, I've grown to like the fact that, Jin Jar, what's his name? Darjin.
Din Djarin.
Listen to you.
Dinjarin.
Din Djarin. Okay, cool. Now we're all together.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Din Djarin is awesome. He looks cool. He's getting his little armor and things like that. And Grogu got his own little ashtray attached to his chest, which is nice. But I have a question about armor, and this is something, just because I think about the technicalities of things in life. And
Yeah.
so we've been looking at all this male armor, but why in the hell is Bo-Katan's armor so fitting and like curvy, I guess you could say? Like when they're walking out of the caves, it's like Mandalorian's like, I'm wearing armor, and Bo-Katan's kind of like, look at me, I'm a lady, I'm a busty lady, and like, blah 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 blah. Who makes that armor? Like, who predicts like
know.
the boobs? That's what I'm getting at. It's like, would they still just have like chest armor? But she's literally got armor boobs.
Might be constricting. I don't know.
No,
I don't know. Might be constricting.
Come on.
I have no
I mean,
idea.
you know what I'm saying? Like, does she get different armor as she gets older? Like, her teenage armor is like less boobs, and then her adult armor is like, does she get more armor? Like, what's going on?
It
like,
just gives a little room. Just gives a little room for everything to, when you
So
activate those jetpacks.
I love how they fly, man. Because, like, again, jumping way off topic, but not really. Like, after we watched Iron Man, how Iron Man flies, the whole like repulsor rays and shit like that. No, the Mandalorian is just getting jetpacks and go straight up, and they know where they're going. It's just like, wee. Not happening, man. Not happening. Shit. But anyway. So if you haven't seen this next episode, it really does for me. I'd say it's about 90% people feel the same way. It was a great episode, and what sucks is when you see an episode like last week, it makes you realize how shitty everything else in this season has been. Like, there was a point where you're just like, fuck, I haven't seen the Mandalorian act like the Mandalorian. I haven't seen Din act like Din yet. And you don't realize it until you see it happening. And you're like, this is the show I signed up for. So it's great. It's amazing. If you haven't watched it, watch it by all means. But we're definitely going to move on to, okay, let's hear a little transition, right? Into, let's go Star Wars gaming, Star Wars Celebration. This is funny. Did you see this? So the guy that Patrick Monahan, I think I have his first name right. Maybe, definitely I know his last name. Monahan, the kid who plays Cal Kestis in the Jedi Fallen Order
and the new Jedi Survivor game, there's some bad blood going on between him and the game creator, because he showed up at Star Wars Celebration and he couldn't stop talking about ponchos. And in the first Jedi Fallen Order, he did wear a poncho.
The raincoat?
like a poncho, like a Mexican type of, poncho.
He couldn't stop talking about ponchos?
Dude, so I'm going to try to just play clips of this, but this seems like they've got some fucking feud going on.
Over raincoat?
Let me know, I don't know what the deal is over ponchos, but this dude is pissed about something and they never explain it. Tell me if you can or cannot hear this.
It's quiet.
Can you hear it?
It's quiet.
It's quiet?
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
I can hear a little bit. It's still quiet, though. Let's see. He's wearing a poncho.
Watch. Can you hear it?
You're yelling, John. You're yelling at me. Stop. It makes me think of my childhood. Hey, he looks like a priest. Is he wearing a poncho? All right. Give us. Can you, like, in your best voices of these people, kind of like redo the talking of them? Like, can you be the guy on the left?
Can you hear that? Can you hear what he's saying?
Not really.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't know why you can't really hear it. So
Break it down.
he comes out and he. So basically, he comes out and he's wearing a poncho and he's like, "Can you tell me why the character in the show doesn't have a poncho?" And every single question that they're asking him can be not related to ponchos. Matt Johnson, I hate ponchos. Word up. Is basically he brings it back to ponchos. I don't know why you all can't hear that. That's crazy.
Wait, why is he wearing a rage poncho? Like, what is he? He's mad.
Let me try this one more thing.
I'm gonna come out here.
Let me do one more test real quick. Tell me if you can hear it better.
Okay. No.
No?
No.
Weird. Okay. Why can't we let's see. Hold on. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, I promise. But no, he's definitely pissed about something, dude, and I'm just curious as to like what it could be.
Is it Mario Brothers?
It's not Mario Brothers.
Get yourself a rage poncho. Whenever you wear your rage poncho and you walk in the room, people get the fuck out the way, because shit's happening. You're gonna catch that rain, you're gonna get it. Yep. Okay, so like, what was he mad about? Because like he was not getting enough Star Wars money, so
I don't know. Let's see if this
that
works.
guy looks like a putz. He looks like a putz.
Does that work?
Cameron Monaghan? No.
Cameron Monaghan.
He looks like a big fan. He looks like a child actor, who's grown old.
Could you hear it, though?
No.
You still couldn't hear it. What the fuck?
No.
That's crazy. Okay. Well, anyway, so yeah, he keeps on bringing this thing up, and the whole time I'm just thinking like, dude, you're like having arguments on like a live interview right here. Like, this is not good. It's not a good look.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Here we are talking about it.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's not good for Star Wars. I don't know. I just was curious if anybody saw this interview because it's wild. Go YouTube. Cal Kestis actor is obsessed with ponchos, and you will be uncomfortable watching this interview because you can feel the tension from the interviewer and the bald head guy that's with him, who is one of the game creators. You can just feel I think even at one point they're like, okay, we're just going to show the trailer so you two can just talk this shit out. Yeah, very interesting.
Well, so they're both in the Star Wars game, the new Star Wars game. It's like an open whatever. Like
he plays Cal Kestis. He plays a Jedi who's escaped Order 66 and who's still...
Sorry.
Yeah. What?
Rage
poncho
fetish. You guys.
Yeah, he plays a Jedi who escaped Order 66, and it's really good. It's a great game. And then the bald head dude is one of the creators of the game. So, yeah.
So the guy okay. All right, we'll move on from the rage poncho. But so bad blood in this video game. But I wonder,
There's bad blood.
Do they sometimes make video games into, I don't know, movies or anything like that? Is there like, is a slick segue or
not all the time, but sometimes they do.
Yeah, like what's a good What the fuck? You guys don't want this. How about that? Johnny, where'd he go? Okay, this is rough. I think John. All right,
Back in action.
that was terrible, man. God,
What you
I don't
mean?
have
What do you
any-
mean?
it's just me on the screen for a while. With Jack Professional, I'm on the wrong side too. Would you fix the sides? Fix the
Yeah,
sides.
let's fix you. Boom,
Thank
there
you.
go.
Oh, there you go. That's my better side.
Look, I was about to start this whole damn show by myself.
But not a full screen of you.
No, but maybe. Oh wait, we didn't remind people. Please hit the like button.
Yes. Save the clock tower.
Nobody's done that. Save the clock tower, people.
Hey, hit the like button.
Yeah, so put in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you see Mario, and let us know. Did you like it? I want to see how many people have seen it. That way we know what we can talk about. We don't want. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's nothing to spoil.
We're here spoiling. You know. All right, put
We'll
it.
go ahead and talk about it. There's nothing to spoil it.
How could it be
18,
spoiled?
that's a random
But like, how
You
could
can't
spoil the
spoil
movie?
it.
You can't spoil the
can't.
fucking movie.
You can't.
Chris,
You can't.
it's clear that Chris Pratt spreads his propaganda, his religious propaganda in the movie, and
Yeah.
Charles Martinelli or Martinelli or whatever his name is didn't do Mario, and I don't know why.
Let's see. Resident Evil franchise to me is an example of a successful video game franchise made into a mediocre, crappy series of movies.
Wait a minute.
They
Wait.
milked that.
Who said that? Fingers and toes. How dare
Fingers
you?
and toes. Yeah.
Fingers and toes. Well, I guess
The
you
first couple were okay.
maybe he can't admit it, and I respect that he can't admit it. But so you're going to say that Late at Night Mila Jovovich was a no good idea for a movie like that? I don't think so. Mila Jovovich was in her prime then. Mila Jovovich was one hell of an action star for me. You know,
Yeah.
Lots
The
of
first
action.
couple were okay. All they did was they just milked the fucking teat. All they did was milk that teat dry until there was nothing left. The Resident Evil teat. They did. They're like, yep, let's keep on going. That's all they
I just
did.
mentioned my affection to Mila Jovovich, and you talk about milking the teat, and all I can think about is Mila Jovovich.
It's Mila Jovovich. And her teats.
You, man, you can't milk those teats. Anyway,
But yeah. So, topic of discussion tonight. The answer to is there going to be an NCU, a Nintendo Cinematic Universe, is 100% absolutely.
wow.
Is that going? But yeah, absolutely. So, whenever we went and saw it, so Crystal and I, my girlfriend and I, went and saw Mario opening night, and before the movie plays, there is a Nintendo opener similar to how Marvel, before a Marvel movie, there's the title card and the flipping of the pages.
Okay.
Nintendo has one, and mark my word, I even leaned over to Crystal when that showed on the screen, and I was like, "This is the start of something, of a whole thing. This is the start of a whole thing. You're about to see this opener in front of a bunch of movies."
Do me a favor.
and
Do me a
so-
favor.
Yeah.
You don't understand how much I like your voice. Can you get close to the microphone and say, "This is the start of something big"? I really want. I need a little ASMR here. Go ahead. Come on.
This is the start of something big. This is
Like-
it.
In Crystal's ear, just like that. You did that. Or you said like,
Just like that.
"Oh my god." Next time I'll pay you.
Yeah, okay. But absolutely, dude. It is you can feel it in the room. Dude, the movie's made, I don't even know what the numbers are on the movie. It's 300 million its opening weekend.
What?
Which is
300
fucking
million?
crazy. Yeah, dude. It's breaking all kinds of records.
That's more than In the Door, or what's that movie? The Rooms. But Mark, what is it? What is it? What is that?
The Room?
Street. What a story, Mark.
I mean, no one could be watching this, and I would have had a good time with all that. I can't do. How much did that make in its opening week? Did it come close to Mario?
Nothing.
Oh,
That didn't have an opener.
okay.
But yeah, no, it is 100%. We're at the dawn of this whole Nintendo Cinematic Universe. Mario has done exceptionally well, and they will follow. Do you know that the brands and properties that Nintendo has under their belt that they're going to from now on start cranking out video games. And video game movies they're not like no stranger to us. There's been video game movies, but they figured out the formula with Illumination doing the animation. They have figured it out. I honestly believe, let's see, the Nerd Michael, I honestly believe that the NCU will start off as a label that releases various Nintendo films under, but not inherently connected to each other. They are still experimenting with their film division. Yeah, they probably will. And they can stay pretty linear because last night as I was doing research on the Nintendo properties that are out there, there's not really a whole lot of connectivity between the stories. Like they could literally just build off of Super Mario for the next 2, 3, 4 movies, and then all of a sudden implement Star Fox. All of a sudden implement. You remember when? There's a scene This is not a spoiler. There's a scene in Super Mario where Princess Peach looks up into the sky. She says there's an entire galaxy out there. The first thing that popped in my head was Star Fox, and I'm like, it's their way. It's their loophole to bring other characters in. But the Mario world by themselves, they can just do Yoshi movies. You got Luigi's Haunted Mansion. You've got Super Smash Brothers, which incorporates other beings of the Nintendo universe. So it's endless.
Did anyone play that movie, the game? Real quick? Sorry, I cut you off, of course. But
no, you good.
Did anyone play Luigi's Haunted Mansion? Did you ever play that?
I've seen it, and there's some homages in the movie to it.
Yeah,
I've seen gameplay, but maybe I did.
Shit.
I don't know. This is a long time ago.
Hold on here.
Right.
Keep your thought. Yeah, dude.
Hold on.
But you can only watch 10 minutes of it. Oh, okay.
Hold on.
He ain't wrong, dude. Battletoads. But I will tell
How
you
about
what.
this?
What is that? Cyberfrog?
Cyberfrog.
Oh, yeah. I know some Cyberfrog. But dude, Battletoads, you know what? Hold on. Please stay with your mind. You know I'm scattered, but god damn it. Battletoads. Yeah, okay, look, and they should make a movie on it, and it's only going to be 10 minutes long because you can't get, But the idea is Battletoads was such a great game that no one could ever play. I actually played Battletoads with fingers and toes, and I think that we both mutually quit before we broke something. It's such a hard game to play. So I don't know how good the movie could be. The movie would be so good, dude. I think the Battletoads movie would be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and I 100%. Let's see. We got Battletoads movie.
That's what we're talking about. It just ends.
45 minutes once they. That's great.
All it does is the camera just pans to those little riders, and then it goes the end.
Yeah. Yep. It's awesome.
All right. Luigi's Mansion.
But yeah, no, they can go tons of places. They can go tons of places with it. So there's definitely going to be they're definitely going to expand on it. So I don't think, Kevin, what are your thoughts? Do you think Nintendo, we'll call it the NCU, do you think the NCU emerging has a direct reflection on the MCU? Does it hurt the MCU?
I think when you oversaturate anything with a lot of stuff, it's not necessarily good. But listen, everybody's going to take their shot. The thing is, at some point, it's going to overcorrect on fantasy. I know that people like to go to the movies to kind of take themselves out of the reality. But sometimes if you're subjected to too much fantasy stuff, then people get the Oscars we had this year, where like a movie called The Triangle or Death, Sadness, or whatever it was. It might be, I don't think it's bad because there's two distinct factions. Gamers don't necessarily read comics, obviously, and comic readers don't necessarily play games. So, there's no reason why you should not mine the entities or the properties that you have in video games. Right. Absolutely.
Agree.
And look, these video games, let's be honest. These are like fucking booming, like opuses of like cinematography already. I can play a game in okay, so for example, all those who own PS5s out there, the new God of War. My God. I'm playing the game, but I could just easily watch the game.
Sure.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So
yeah. No, I agree. I don't think the birth of the NCU is going to hurt the MCU. I think they're completely into. I think the only thing that's going to hurt the MCU is the MCU. We got gameplay from
Hold on,
Who's
let's
that?
look at this one here. Like the nerd.
You just keep hitting the cement. Oh, this one.
Hold on, yeah, hold on. Tough, I like to see the NCU play with the genre with each franchise. Star Fox can be a family space open. I can't see that thing. While
Opera.
Metro can be. Oh yeah, okay.
PG
Well,
type film.
Metro.
Yeah.
Oh man, but I really want Metro to be
Dude.
fucking not a PG type film. I want to see
Right.
fucking Seamus kick some ass. Like,
Right.
oh my god, there could be a lot of good.
So-
There's so much to do. There's so much they can be doing. You're right.
Exactly. And the studio heads know that right now. They're already starting to work on it. So what I did was I put together. I think a lot of people here are comic collectors. I don't necessarily think maybe everybody here is a comic collector, but most of them I think are. So if you are interested in comics that involve game properties, I put together a small list I'm going to start going over that we're on the cusp of your final call to get some of these at an affordable price, because once we get out of this recession and this down market that we're in, and at the same time the Nintendo stuff starts to take off, eventually in a couple of years from now these books are definitely going to be unobtainable. Yeah.
Wait, but
What you got,
we
Kevin?
just thinking about it, like, and I don't want to see it, but like, so I just thought about the video games. We've had Sonic. The Sonic movies did well, didn't they? Didn't they?
It
enough
did absolutely, yeah. It did
So, I
great.
mean,
it did really good,
what would be
and that was
stop-
the start. Like,
what will be stopping? So this is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, there's at some point there's going to be some sort of interactive movie out there, like a Pokemon movie, or like
Yes.
or Naruto, or whatever that shit is. Like the card-based
Mm-hmm.
thing. There's going to be some sort of interactive movie out there where you watch the movie and you do something in the real world with the cards of some sort. There's going to have to be something like that. I mean, you got to think something like Pokemon, and I don't know how Pokemon works,
Mm-hmm.
but like that seems like that would be a massive property to have movie.
I think-
and is
I
that
think
already been
Pokemon's
done?
Getting picked up. I think Pokemon's getting picked up by. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Netflix. I think Netflix is picking up Pokemon and doing
Really?
a Pokemon show. Yeah, a live.
Huh?
I think a live action Pokemon show. I think.
I'll make them a lot of money.
Yeah,
If they don't
absolutely.
ruin it.
Absolutely. And there's tons of places that Nintendo can go, and it's a really cool opener. Like I said, it's when I saw it, I was like, okay, that's cool. Kind of gives you goosebumps. The movie visually, I'm not going to go into a movie review, but the movie visually, it feels good to just sit there and look at the screen when watching the Mario movie. That alone will carry the franchise for a good amount of time, not forever. If they can incorporate just a little bit better storytelling, and put a little more thought into the storytelling, they're going to have a serious moneymaker on their hands. Attack on Titan Interactive would be dope.
Well, first though, the nerd Michael later, buddy. If you haven't left yet, thanks for being here. You took off. The nerd Michael, appreciate you. So anyway, when you come back and watch it again,
Absolutely. So let's do this. I'm gonna start going through some of these books that some I have already, some I am in the market for getting. One I bought today. But let's start with the top. Let's start with the top of the list here. So let's say so we're going Mario. First Mario is this book right here. This is Blip number 1.
Blip.
Where's this dude at? Where's this dude at today? Are you writing this down, Kevin?
I'm busy taking the. I'm going to get this book.
Wait, you mean this book?
Yeah, I know you have it. I know you have it. I know you have it. I know you
Actually,
have
I pulled a little stack just in case if we want to actually delve into these and look and see if they're really a first appearance. This one is though. This is the first appearance of as it says Mario and Donkey Kong. There's some short comic stories that's inside of this here, and this thing right here goes for a little bit of change right now. Let's see.
Where's that guy now? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's everybody's thought when they look at this cover.
You think he still has all his hair?
No.
I hope not.
Probably not. I hope not. Let's see.
guy.
Let's look at some solds for this. So yeah, so this book here. Hang tight. $60 raw, 97 for. Okay, hold on. Let me switch my screen over so y'all can see this.
Sorry, we got a little side mission going on right now with fingers and toes that I'm really into.
What is it? What's the side mission?
He's looking at that dude right now. I'm telling you, I love our people. He's looking up the guy right now.
You trying to find him? Good luck, dude.
Yeah.
Good
You'll find
luck.
him. He has a whole Wikipedia page. Look at this.
Good luck if you can find that dude.
All right. Don't look up Jan Michael Vincent.
Don't look up who?
Jan Michael Vincent. Do not look up Jan
Who's
Michael
that?
Vincent. He was the guy who was an Airwolf, but don't look him up. Anyway, I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, you're good. So look, so here we go. So Blip Magazine #1 right now. This is a sold 28 bids. This sold for $97.59. The problem, and which is not bad. This thing's hard to get in a high grade, and this one looks like it's in decent shape. But the problem with this fucking magazine is the damn cover. That's the fault of this magazine. This is the true first appearance of Mario and Donkey Kong, but it's got this random dude on the cover. That is the biggest problem with this magazine.
Why?
So,
that makes it awesome.
Not everybody feels like us, dude. Not everybody has our taste.
Huh, okay.
I feel like, I mean, that's what I looked like when I was fucking 12 years old. You know?
You did not.
I did. I did.
Okay.
Very, very similar. So let's, but there's a bigger book, and the bigger book is this one here. Let's see. Let's see where we at. Here it is, right here. So if you ever see one of these, first Mario. Now this is the first. This is a preview appearance.
Valiant did that? Look at that.
Yeah, Valiant did like majority of the Mario original Nintendo comics. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, but they're right. That does look like one of those like tip guides right there. You know.
Right. So this is the big dog right here. This thing is, let's see, is this it right here? Yeah, this is it here.
Does Mario have a
check
last
this
name?
thing out.
Is it Mario Plumber?
Plumber, yeah, Plumber, yeah. That's exactly what it is. Let's see, is this it? Yep. All right, so check it out. Nintendo Comic Systems #1 sneak preview. First appearance of Mario and Link. A 9.8 right now is $2,800.
Oh my
crap.
god.
Dude, look at this. Look at this fucking price. 2021, just to show you how crazy shit was during COVID. Look at this. $8,000 sold for during the comic boom.
Oh my god, dude. Why?
That dude don't have any hair anymore.
God, what, Mario?
Whoever bought that, whoever bought that at $8,000 doesn't have any fucking hair.
Oh my god, dude. We're pulling it all out because he couldn't get any of that money back.
And that, dude, yeah. Let's see. I wonder, I'm not going to do all that research right now. But isn't that crazy? But it's a big book. I mean, it's a $2,500 book, you know, all day long. But it's a preview appearance if you're into the preview appearances. And
I never had that book.
I've never seen that book. I would love to see that book.
That looked like one of those little guides. That's one of those little guides you were talking about. Like oh, pro tips. You know how to beat Castlevania 2. It's impossible. You know.
Speaking of Castlevania, let's take a look. So if you want the first appearance of Castlevania, boom, here we go. Yeah. This is Castlevania. This is by IDW.
That looks cool.
And that does look very cool. Now, here's the thing. If we're talking about Nintendo Universe as far as like an expanded universe goes, I think it's going to be kind of hard for them to implement Castlevania into Mario. But just how, you know...
Ready Player One did it just fine.
What I'm saying is like just how like the DCU, right, has like their darker universe. I 100% can see Nintendo doing a darker universe with stuff like Castlevania in it. So this is Castlevania, the what is that? The Behemoth Legacy?
Okay.
What,
the Belmont. Come on. It's the Belmont Legacy.
I can't see the
you never played that game. Simon Belmont.
I never played that game.
You should play it.
Whoa, that looks awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I will once I get a fucking Nintendo.
I mean,
again,
what?
Again. Again,
Don't they have like emulators and things like that? You got a really nice computer.
they do.
You can get
I
that out
just,
of there.
I just bought an emulator that had over like 10,000 games. We had to fucking send it back. I was pissed.
Wait, was that thing we saw at the comic show?
Yeah,
Remember
I
you
bought
saw-
one similar.
Oh,
Yeah, I bought one similar, and it sucked. It sucked.
Castlevania was such a hard game, man. It wasn't Ghosts and Goblins hard, but there was one, and
Right.
Fingers and Toes helped me out. I think it was the second one. It was just so damn hard because it kept turning from night to day to night to day, and it really was really hard and not fun. And then you got to Dracula, and Dracula was just way too hard, you know.
Your eyes couldn't adjust.
Congratulations, game, you win. You beat me, you know. So
So you got Castlevania, so that's Castlevania number 1, if you're interested in that. And then I got a couple of there's some other cool books on here. Let's see, you got a bunch. So let's look at this one. I don't think we're done yet, actually, are we done with Mario? We did that one. Oh yeah, of course, we got these here. So this is your first Mario solo series. So you can see there's 2 of them here. The one on the left is the first original series that came out, and then the one on the right is the reprint. So if you can find the one without the adventures on top, serious book there. I would love one. In a 9.
I can't believe Valiant. I can't believe Valiant had all that stuff. You know, that's weird because Valiant was kind of like not a chump label, but they got some good properties. How come they didn't make it? You know, that's crazy.
Don't know, man.
So Matt Johnson says Retrovision console. I got it right before COVID. Had every freaking game and was nostalgic because it was still FPS lag forever.
Retrovision console. So wait, so are you saying that's it was still FPS lag forever? I gotcha. Yeah.
I just said that, but I don't know what that means. What is it? Frames per second lag?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Just made that up.
I think you got it.
Look at me.
So if we look at this one here, let's switch it over. And
that second game, that's the third game right there. God, Mario Brothers 2, fucking hard.
So yeah, so this one here is going for 9.8, $2,200. Dude, all of these are fucking cool, man. You see all
People
these
have
covers?
lost
All
their
these
damn
issues?
mind.
Dude, look at this. This is cool. I love every one of those. Yeah, it's a $2,000 book. Last sale was $2,500 on a fixed price on eBay, and a 9.8.
I guess, man. But I mean, like, it's weird because, like, okay, we're looking at the fact that we have like video games as comics here. What is the fucking story? I mean, look at me being a nerd about it, but I mean, like, what's going on in there? Like, why do you want that? Just because there's a printed? What do you want that for?
Can I give you my theory?
Yeah.
On why
please.
all of this?
Why do I want that book?
I think it depends on a certain personality type, okay, of human, and then combination of what's going on right now in the world. So we are progressing extremely fast. Some would say exponentially quickly into technology. Some people, and they might not even realize that they're doing it, want to hold on to the past and to have a tangible piece of paper, that you own and keep and you can go back to and hold. And if the fucking world's burning down, you can smash the fucking CGC case open, flip it open and read it while you're burning alive. Like some people just want the tangible piece of property as a way of to somewhat maybe rebel against the changing of the times. That's my theory on why a lot of people still like this nostalgic collectible stuff. Because nobody wants to get plugged into the fucking metaverse all the time, And then also there's investors too. Some of this is 100% just investors, people who have money.
So have you read the book Fahrenheit 451? I swear to God, you're like one of the characters right out of it, right then and there.
In like high school, or I think I was supposed to read it, and I maybe didn't.
And we should answer Fingers and Toes question here because that's a good question. But
yeah.
So again, it's the same thing as collecting comics. I mean, like I collect them because I like to have the tangible in front of me. It's the same reason I get the newspaper because I mean, I can get the news, but I want to hold the newspaper. It makes my coffee taste better, So I mean, like I don't know. I look at that and Yeah, tangible.
So
pass, I
fingers and
guess.
toes. Well, so look, fingers and toes. If we look at, hold on, let me. So if we look at when was the movie released? The movie was
Ooh.
released. Let's say what this a couple weeks ago, right?
But Mario?
Yeah, the Mario movie came out a couple weeks ago.
Didn't you go opening night or what?
I did. Yeah. It was like 2 weeks ago. But what I'm saying is, look, you've got a sale, fingers and toes. You got a sale right here for $2,300 on March, and then you've got another sale in November of last year for $2,000. And then if we go back to this is April of last year, $3,000. So it's not direct. Maybe it is because you can't tell why the person bought the book. Maybe they bought it because they know that the movie was coming, and they just had that foresight. We don't know. Okay, hold on. So a good question would be, when was the Mario movie announced? Was it announced before March 12th, 2021?
Yeah.
Because look at this jump. I bet you if we look up when the first announcement was, I bet you it was in mid-March of 2021. But that's also, it's hard to say because that's also when everything was going up. Everything was going up.
Yeah.
Because you had a sale for $845 early March. By mid-March, it was selling for $1,400, and then it just became a $2,000 book. Isn't it?
Sell it.
So,
Sell 'em
right now is the
all.
time.
Sell 'em all.
Right now is probably the peak. I don't know, unless it just becomes amazingly successful. You know,
I'm just hoping I can sell my Fantastic Four 66 in a what is
Bro,
it, Johnny? 7.0.
you should have
or
sold
something like
that. It was a six. I think it was a 6.0.
I'm gonna sell
You
it
should have
soon.
sold that. You should have sold. Dude, you should have sold that when the first trailer dropped.
It wasn't very expensive then. I'm gonna check it now. I'm gonna check it soon. You know, my investment.
Trailer drop is the best time.
Come over to my house and sell my comics that I don't want to keep. I'm trying to take advantage of poor souls who watch trailers. You know, trailers for Guardians of the Galaxy, which looks good by the way.
It does. It does look really good.
Why did Chris Pratt have to get so damn religious and fuck things up?
What do you mean? Oh, because he said, I don't know.
Well,
what did he do to fuck things up?
I don't know. There's something weird about like when, like I had a certain thought pattern on him, like the type of guy he was. I was watching him from, Parks and Rec, and I loved him in that, And then you watch the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and you love him in that. And then he starts getting a bunch of weird, and he gets popularity, and he said something about some sort of religious thing. I forgot what it was, or he was like trash talking a certain type of person, and I can't remember what it was, but it made me like go like, Chris Pratt kind of sucks now, Yeah. And now, like when I see him in movies, I'm kind of like, he's kind of like that sucky guy, It's like same reason when I look at Jack Black, I'm like, oh, there's Jack Black in a movie. I'm not looking at Jack Black's not going to be like fucking Robin Williams and Patch Adams. I'm not going to forget that I'm watching Jack Black. When I used to watch Robin Williams in serious movies, I'm like, my God, Good Will Hunting, he's amazing. Oh my God, like look at him in Hook. That's Peter Pan. But but I mean, Jack Black is the same person. And then when I see like I said, Chris Pratt now, I just think of him as like that guy, Is it all Kanye West's fault? Yeah, fuck Kanye West too, man. Wearing that goddamn mask on that show that one time. But like
I hate Kanye West.
For Kanye West, if we're gonna go there, listen, I don't hate his money. He earned it all.
No, we're not gonna go there.
But he's earned his money in whatever capacity he has earned it. But I don't know if the price was too high. The price was too high. Whatever he did in his life to get where he's at, to be who he is,
right.
The price was too much. And I'm not making fun of any mental health if he has it, but whatever price he paid to get where he's at, no thank you. No thank you.
Yeah, he's a nut job. All right, check it out. So let's move on to some of our Nintendo characters. So here's our Star Fox books. Now these are fucking cool.
Great
These
game.
are cool. So the one on the left is the actual first appearance. So there was like a 5-issue Nintendo Power run where there was actually comic stories printed inside of it. So he suffers from the non-cover first appearance issue, that a lot of characters have. So Nintendo Power, I think it's 45, is his actual first appearance inside the book. And then, but look, what's going to be the book? Fucking 47 here on the right. First cover. Look at that badass cover. Looks like Kylo. Reminds me of my dog. I'm going to buy that book.
You will,
You know?
just so you can hold tangible in your hand, and then if the world goes into burning, flaming fucking wreck, you can die while holding Nintendo Power Star Fox.
Absolutely.
Loosely quoted.
Loosely. But yeah, I mean, so these are the books here for Star Fox if you're interested. Pretty neat. I would love a 9.8 of that first cover appearance. That's really cool.
You know, real quick, side thing a little bit. Like, so I was talking to Fingers and Toes about this a couple weeks ago, and Fingers and Toes actually collects NES carts. He actually collects the games, the carts, the games, you know, like, but in a collectible format, I believe. I'm sure he plays them, but I mean, like, how cool is it to actually collect these old video games in a collecting kind of format? I know that CGC will actually, will slab your games too, won't they?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So that's something I wanted to talk about. If anybody that's in here or watches this in the future, if you're clicking on this for the investment purposes of this, comics is the wrong gig. This whole direction of the NCU, comics will see a slight uprise in it, but the real uprise is going to be in the gaming collectibles. And there's a ton of games that are out there that are already unobtainable. Let's see. I'll die cradling my Mega Man. Okay. Fingers and Toes. I got you, brother. I got you. Just Mega Man was my favorite as a kid. I just bought a few Mega Man comics today, and I'm gonna share with you some Mega Man comics in just a bit. But dude, some of the games are crazy. Like, you look at the Nintendo Super Mario Brothers, in a PSA or a CGC 8.5. Those fucking things are out of this world. Have you seen what a Zelda Ocarina of Time is?
Wait,
Kevin?
Like the game?
The game.
I fucking have one. I have one.
Is it sealed?
I can go buy a shrink wrap machine. What do you mean? Like
bro, let me actually, hold on.
You're trying to tell me I'm supposed to have a game from 1999 that I didn't take out of the fucking box? For what? Because I was going to collect it one day?
Hold on.
This is crazy. Let's
see.
Ocarina of His Time was good, especially when Zelda got in his little groove with the little fucking Ocarina of Time.
Look at this. This is a 6.5.
How do you judge it?
I'm going to share.
Cardboard?
I don't know. I don't know how to grade. I don't know how to grade games. But yeah, the cardboard, I would assume. Get one, man. You got one? Go ahead.
No, I probably should though. Okay, let me see what this looks like first. This is insane. Who has the box?
Look at this.
Nope. What is it? And they're grading it because of the box?
Okay. The box, the shrink wrap. Look, you got some creasing. Okay, I can figure out how to grade a game. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
6.5. That sounds right.
What if the game inside there is not Zelda? What if somebody found a way to get it, open it up like we used to open up old CDs and take the CD out and close it? What if it's not Zelda in there?
I'm sure when they grade that, they look
X-ray
at that
it?
stuff.
How do they do that?
Or if
they X-ray it?
This one's not sealed. This is not sealed.
Oh, okay. Because the Nintendo used to have a little
sealed.
seal. Remember the Nintendo seal you had to rip?
Right.
So okay. That's
let's
crazy.
See. Yeah.
That's crazy. How much is that? $2,020
for a 6.5.
For 6.5. The game was $60 brand new.
Look, here's a dude. Let me tell you something. Look, here's a raw copy. Here's an ungraded copy.
It's a video game.
But dude, it's not. It's not just a video game. You
I
gotta look at how people
that.
buy it. Look at it. It is people's childhood.
No, and I get it. Like in Fingers and Toes, talking with the Mega Man 2, I absolutely understand and I get that. I'm blown away by this.
Yeah. This is sealed. This is nice. I would say this is probably like, dude, that looks good to me, man. I'd say that's like a 9.0. If I had a lot of money, I'd fucking buy this game and go get it graded. You got a little crease at the top corner there. Dude, it's
That's
crazy.
wild.
So I think Zelda's probably going to end up being one of the most anticipated games that's going to come out of this whole thing.
You mean movies? Like a Zelda movie? Right?
I'm sorry. Yeah, movie. Correct. Yeah.
The game is already anticipated, you know?
The game's already the #1 game in history.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have a
Um,
Switch? Do you have a Nintendo Switch?
I don't. I tried to buy one 2 months ago, and Crystal wouldn't let me.
So I bought. Listen, I bought. It came. It's kind of a funny story. Give me a second. Indulge me here. So the
Yeah.
day the Nintendo Switch came out a couple years ago, I had a friend who was texting me on the side, and she's like, "Hey, me and my son are sitting outside of Best Buy. We're gonna get the Nintendo Switch." And I was like, "What? It's like
Mhm.
8 p.m. the night before. What are you doing?" She's like, "We're gonna stay out here all night long." And I was like, "Really? Like, really?" And she's like, "Yes." I was like, "Well, can you grab me one?" And
Mhm.
she's like, "They won't let us grab but one." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So the next day, I think it came out on a Wednesday or Thursday. The next day, I was driving and I passed a Walmart and I'm like, "Let me just go take a look," you know. And
Yeah.
so I went into the Walmart and I went to the electronics section and I was like, "Hey, do y'all have any of those Nintendo Switches?" And the lady's like,
Mhm.
"Did you just call?" And I'm like, "No." And she goes, "Well, I have one left." And I was like, "Okay, I'll buy it." And she's like, "Oh, cool. Meet me by the back door right here." You know. So I walk with her, and she handed me the game. I took it from her hand from the swinging doors. We
Mhm.
walked to the register in the back, a few feet away. I paid for it and started walking out. She's like, "Do you want a bag?" I'm like, "No, I'm okay." And had it like I was holding it. I was like holding it because like all of a sudden I feel like I'm not going to be safe getting from the back electronics section to my truck. And I realized I always park far away in parking lots like an idiot. And I'm realizing that there's somebody who's probably walking into Walmart who actually called the lady to order that thing. And I'm walking out with her Switch, like. But I
You're
got
going to
home.
hell.
But see, the first thing I got Zelda and I got the Mario, and
Yeah.
I started to play the Zelda and I'm like, this is amazing. This game's amazing. And then I started to play and I'm like, this game is way too hard, way way too
Yeah.
hard for me to play. It's so in depth. The things you can do in the
Yeah.
Zelda game that I don't have that time in my life. But it's a beautiful game, a beautiful game, and it'll be a great
Yeah.
movie, you know.
Yeah.
And I just hope
Yeah.
they don't cast Elijah Woods as Zelda or Link. Sorry.
So, dude, so what's crazy is so you heard all the uproar of Chris Pratt voicing Mario, right? You think people had something to say about that? Wait till they try to voice somebody to voice Link. Wait, wait until that happens. People will. It's because people don't know what the fuck he sounds like, right?
He's
Because he
gonna be
doesn't
like,
talk. He doesn't talk in the
like,
game. So the problem with that is everybody has their own separate expectation of what he sounds like, because the whole point of Link is for the person playing the game to connect with the character. That's why they don't physically give him a voice. So everybody has their own headcanon of what Link should sound like. They're going to give Link a voice,
has Link never
and
talked at all?
unfortunately, so yes and no. Technically in the game, yes, he does speak, because there's certain questions that characters in the game ask him that, well, he wouldn't be able to give those answers unless he spoke.
I think he
But
just made
even in the
noises.
he to the gamer, yes, all they hear is noises. But in the game, he pretty much remains silent. He's the strong silent type, is what Link is. And he just doesn't prefer to talk a lot. Zelda got him to talk. Princess Zelda got him to talk at one point. But for the most part, he doesn't really say too much to anybody. And purposefully by the creators, he does not say a lot. He doesn't say anything for the person playing the game to hear. So
Mackie
everybody has
disagrees.
their own, huh?
Mackie disagrees.
Mackie? On what?
You're gonna read these little captions here. Apparently, he talked in the TV series, and then Fingers and Toes says he had a voice in the TV series. LOL. Excuse.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the TV series. Though. That's the TV series is not canon. The TV series is not canon.
Okay, I don't know.
To, yeah, the TV series is not canon to the Zelda game.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, TV series is not canon to the true original Zelda game.
Okay.
Look it up.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah. But he so everybody does. I think a lot of people have an opinion of what he's going to sound like, and I think if Mario had a problem with Chris Pratt, I think Zelda's going to be that's going to be the main story about it. It's going to be who's voicing Link.
How would you like to be Mario your entire life? And then finally, like when they're going to do a live action or a movie, they're like, yeah, the Mario voice isn't going to cut it for us. We're going to go ahead and get Chris Pratt. The Charles Martinet guy or Martinelli guy. Could you imagine how angry he was when he gets off the phone and they're like, yeah, they're not going to use me. And they're like, wait, but you
Right.
are Mario. It's like Peter
No,
Cullen from the
but
Transformers being told he's not going to be Optimus Prime. You just go like, a guy who sounds like me?
dude, no. They address it in the movie. They talk like Mario talks for a second just to make you realize how annoying it would be if I spoke like this for an hour and a half.
Well, he doesn't have to fucking do the whole for an hour and a half. he
No,
can just talk.
not that. Just talking normal. You hear it how he talks normal. He doesn't do all that stuff. He just talks how somebody would peg Mario to talk, and you realize, dude, you don't want that. Well, but I'm saying like people have an idea of like, oh, he should sound like this, really Italian high pitched voice person.
Oh, he'd
That
be a
would get old
stereotype.
after an hour and a half. Yeah, absolutely.
The Italians wouldn't like the
Absolutely.
movie. They boycott it. That's not how we sound.
No, they won't because Italians have balls. They don't boycott stuff.
Did he eat spaghetti in the movie?
Yeah. He
Oh,
hates
are you
mushrooms.
making that up? He doesn't like
No.
mushrooms?
No.
He eats
Perfect.
mushrooms all the time.
Right.
That's how he gets
the beauty
big.
of it.
Okay, all right. A little joke. Okay, I got you. Okay, cool.
No. But anyway, that's so yeah, so your Zelda, I think Zelda's going to be great once they do it, if they get the right
Alright.
people behind it. All right, let's go on to
What Johnny's saying is he's selling off his comics for a fucking song because he's now getting into
You see
collecting
this?
games.
see all these boxes?
Hmm.
It's about to be nothing but games.
I believe it too, dude. Remember we were collecting cards there for a minute?
I still got them. I almost bought some last night.
I like them.
I almost bought the Stranger Things set last night.
Oh, I'm going to make bad decisions. Hold on, real quick here. Hey, look, before you do that, get that rage poncho. Get that rage poncho
Nice.
before you make bad decisions. Let those bad decisions fall on other people. Let that happen, please. Rage poncho.
Hell yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Check this one out. I bought this today. Mega Man, baby.
Oh, okay.
So, this book here is elusive, right? Is that the right word? Elusive?
If you mean hard to
you-
get, yes.
Yes.
If you mean something else,
The
then I don't
first
know.
one. So Key Collector will tell you that the first appearance of Mega Man is in an Archie series. That came out in 2011.
Fucking Archie.
That's
man.
not his first appearance. Dreamwave DW Comics released this in 2000, I think in 2003. This is his actual first appearance. Super hard to fucking get. The middle one is the Scotty Young variant.
That's probably expensive, huh?
Amazing. That one is they're about what and what. They're about what and what. But the foil, I can't find one.
What
that
does
book's a
what and what
ghost.
mean?
They're about the same.
Oh, is that a saying? What and what?
Yeah.
I've never heard
Yeah.
that before. So if I say like,
What and what?
Say it
They're about
again.
What and what? Yeah.
About
They're
what
about
and
what
what?
and
Okay.
what.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the anime styles. I love the art on all of these. The foil one I can't find anywhere. So that is a super hard to find book. I actually won an auction today on the one all the way to the left, the Mega Man 1.
You're all in.
And for $30. $30. Dude. A 9.8 right now. There's 9.8s they're asking, I don't know, 8, 9. Let's see. Let's look it up.
You're gonna start finding
think
them
there
for
is.
like $3 and $4.
Wait, what?
You're like, let's look it up and go on eBay Live right now, and you're like, Mega
Yeah.
Man 1,
Y'all wanna watch
$5,
me make
$5.
some- Y'all want to watch me make some bad decisions?
Rage Poncho.
Okay, so this one is. Hold on, let me change my screen over. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. All right, so this is the one this is not the one I bought today, but this is one similar. I was actually bidding on this one. Somebody outbid me. That's fine. They can have it because I already got one that's in better condition. And then what else we got? Here's a Scotty Young variant. So this one here, the $130. I think it's a good price. It's not a 9.8, that's for sure. You can see the spine ticks on it. Pretty
What's
cool.
that price you're talking? It's Scotty Young. So that's
$30.
cool.
Yeah, it's $30. for that one.
What does Cover Price say for it? Cover Price is another app we use. Hey,
Cover Price?
Look
Let's
who it
see.
is.
I don't know. I have to look it up on Cover Price. But I mean, Cover Price is going to be. Who's that? Who came in?
Mr. Walk. Hey,
Mr. Walk. NCU versus MCU.
Yeah.
What is up?
Mm-hmm. We're looking at our Mega Man
Let's
book.
see. Yep. I think this one I put an offer in. I don't know if he's going to accept it. This has very high grade copies of the original and the Scotty Young plus issues 2, 3, and 4. So it's
Now,
a
when did
4-issue
you-
series.
When did you bid on these things? Like, what's going on? What are you
Today.
doing over there?
Yesterday.
Okay, today.
Yesterday.
Wow.
Yesterday,
Wow,
last
she-
night. Actually, last night as I was researching all this, I was
Uh-huh.
like, all right, I'm going to practice what
Now-
I preach, and if
Are you
What?
buying these to keep them, or are you buying them to sell them? You ruthless bastard.
I'm keeping this.
You're keeping them.
I'm keeping this, dude. Yeah, I
I
like
want
Mega
to.
Man.
I want to
Mega
see.
Man was
I want to see your PC.
well.
man.
No, I'm gonna buy. I'm going to the first ones. I always keep my first 9/8. Those are mine. Anything I get after that, I will sell it. So I'll keep my Mega Man 1 9.8 when that comes in, and then the Scotty Young variant is cool. I don't know.
You better
I'll
win
probably
this
sell
thing,
that.
then. You better win that.
I'm gonna
How
try.
much is it for right now? Everybody, let's go bid on it.
Well, they're no. They're asking $130 for the lot. It's a buy.
There's no there's no make bid or a better offer kind of thing. Or...
Yeah. And then this one I got an offer on. This one's really cool. Check this one out. Let me see if I can find it. Watch list.
Is it Bo-Katan chest plate awesome?
No.
Katie Sackhoff just had her birthday yesterday, actually, or the day before.
Oh, wait. All right. I'll go back to that. Katie Sackhoff, did
That's-
she?
Yeah, that's my knowledge right there. Oh, John. John, fucking, there's no way we could end this show without talking about Ewoks #1 that just came out.
Oh, yeah. What about it?
No, not. Oh yeah, come on, fucking Ewoks,
I
man,
didn't-
back in the
I
fucking
didn't
Marvel
pick it up.
universe. Yeah, why not? You're like a fan, aren't you? No.
I mean, I
Ewoks.
watched the movie when I was a kid.
Yep.
I watched the movie. Yeah, I watched the movie when I was a kid. It was okay. It's not the greatest, It was all right. It was fun. I'm not attached to any characters from Ewoks.
No low
know?
gray. No. Shit. The other one.
But anyway, so that's your Mega Man. That's your Mega Man books. If you are interested, I'll pull it up one more time just in case. Did Ewok see #1 2023 is hands down the best comic release. Ewok #1.
Yeah, he says fact, not opinion. So who am I to stand in the way? I mean, you're missing out, John. You should get all variants of that.
I will.
Yeah, that was a very
I don't get all
hollow. I
var-
will.
Yeah. But yeah, Ewok.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're interested in Mega Man, but these are the books right here. That's Mega Man's first appearances. Those are really cool. Okay, let's move on. So here's a couple of other. If you're talking Nintendo Power, this has always been a big book, even before the NCU. This is Nintendo Power #1. This thing is so cool.
Yeah, it
Fucking-
is.
I would love that, dude. I would love one of those. And they go for major bucks. Hard to get.
Fingers and
those
toes.
Mega
Did you have one of those? I felt like you had that Nintendo Power, man. I really, really think you had that one. Everybody says they had that one. I love that. I love that cover. I love looking at claymation shit from back in the day like that. You
yeah.
know?
Dude, so check it out. Switch back to Star Wars for a second. The new Star Wars Visions is going to have a claymation episode. Are you familiar with Star Wars Visions?
No. What is that?
So basically, it's Star Wars. It's a bunch of like off the beaten path stories that are all written by different people. They're not necessarily connected to the main Star Wars canon, but they use the same lore and the same ideas and stuff. But they're done really well. They're really fun. And the visuals are amazing. And each episode is by a different animation studio. And they're doing one that's claymation. That looks really, it's going to be funny, but it looks
I love
really
some
cool.
claymation, man.
There's another one this season. If you watch the trailer, it opens up. The first one looks like it's the same people that did Spider-Verse with Miles Morales.
I love that too.
That animation, dude, it looks so fucking cool. I cannot wait. It's really, there's a comic too. They did a comic on it.
Walk. One just sold on April 12th, which was today. Was today the 12th? No, yesterday.
Yeah.
One just sold yesterday for $355.
A Nintendo Power?
Yeah, number one.
Oh yeah,
kinda
I
looking-
don't doubt it.
And 194. That was also a couple days ago. 234. My
Mhm.
God, man. It's
Oh, dude, yeah, that book is-
crazy.
That's a cool book, man. There's a Rick and Morty homage to it. That's really cool.
I just wonder, like, what is in my house right now that somebody really wants to spend a lot of money on that I'm just sitting on? Oh, I know. I have a record. I found out today. I have a record I found out today that I got. It was gifted to me from a friend, and I found out the record today is like a couple $100. And I told my friend, I was
Which
like,
one?
well, I don't want to say anything about anything, but yeah, I'll tell you later on. But yeah, I didn't realize
Dude.
the record I got for
Mhm.
free is a couple $100, and I had no idea. I was like,
Hell yeah.
if things ever get tight, off
Right.
of the PC on the record.
That's what I'm saying. I just love having this stuff. I don't like necessarily like this is the most I've sold in comics this week than I have in a long time. And I
Congratulations.
don't necessarily like selling it, but I like having it. Like look how clean this one is. Starting bid $500.
Oh,
This
my
is an amazing condition. This is amazing condition for a Nintendo Power number 1. This is wild.
Is anybody bid on it at all, or
Oh
what?
my god. I'm about to. No. I don't know, dude. Like, dude, if you have like, I don't know, but think about it this way. You got a bunch of shit, right? A bunch of like overstock and stuff or keys that are valuable, but you just personally don't care about. So you sell them. Like, okay, for instance, the first Fortress of Solitude. I don't know. Did you see the last YouTube video where I got some DC books back?
I did not see that,
see
which
that?
is weird because I usually don't miss them, but I did not see
Okay.
that one. But Fortress of
So-
Solitude.
so I
Oh, wait,
got-
you know what?
Yeah,
I did.
dude.
It was a weird random book. That was the first Fortress of Solitude or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an early Superman book. But first Fortress of Solitude, and right now it's got a bid for like $300 on it. It should sell for around $350. Let's say it sells for $400. How can I not take that money and put it into a Nintendo Power number 1? Like,
I mean,
why
up until
not?
2 days ago, you wouldn't have. Now all of a sudden, 2 days later, there you
No,
are.
I've looked at, no. I've looked at Nintendo Power number 1s for a very, very long time. I just got to put priorities first. I'm not going to go fucking buy one if I'm not selling books. And honestly, I've been really lazy lately.
Would you be happy if somebody gave you like a really crappy copy of it? Would you be like, oh, if somebody gave you a really
Yeah.
beat up copy of an would you go out and buy another one?
Yes, because I like high grade. I just like high grade. It's just how I like to collect. But I love readers too, which is why I got the X-Men 94 sitting behind me, because it's a low grade copy that I can take out and smell it whenever I want. There it is. But that's not low grade. That's not low grade. That's a good.
It's not low grade, but you guys, everybody, New
Let's
Mutants.
see, Kev.
The first appearance of New Mutants, right there. Oh, so happy to finally get that. It's not a Mega Man 2, but I would probably swaddle that to my grave as well.
Let's see what that goes for in an 8.0, because that's what I think that book is.
Oh, it's probably like $60 or something like that.
No, more than that.
What?
It's an annual.
Oh,
right? Isn't that
look
an
at you!
annual?
Look at you! It's called Marvel Graphic Novel number 4.
Ah,
It's before the New Mutants were the New
It's
Mutants.
not
Marvel
it's
used
not
to
an
do this.
annual though.
It is not. Marvel used to do this. You'd be interested to watch and look at all the Marvel graphic novels, but Marvel used to put out little graphic novels thinking they're all hoity-toity, and the New Mutants were introduced in a Marvel graphic novel, number 4.
Yep.
There it is.
Nice. That's a nice copy.
The crazy thing about the book period is the back is fucking totally black.
Yeah,
You know?
it's hard, man. It's a tough book.
absolutely. Look.
Let's see, hold
Yeah, I gotta get the fingerprints.
Tough
off
book.
it. Yeah, look at it's right there. It's right there. My childhood. It's as old as I
There
am.
it is. Before we end the segment, I'm going to show you what my mail call today that I'm absolutely obsessed with. Getting Nintendo Power 1 is like getting a hold of an original NES Power Glove.
Never held one in my life. Never touched one in my life. Never.
The power is in your hands.
I wonder,
Or it's
is it really that hard to get a hold of one? Are they that expensive?
I don't think so.
In the
Probably
box.
a loose in the box. Right, exactly. That's what I was about to say. In the box,
Okay, yeah, you
hard
win
to
there.
get. A loose one, probably not.
I don't even know what the box
That's what it's all
looks
about.
like.
Man.
I've never seen one. My
Isn't it
grandparents
funny,
had a
though?
Nintendo before I did.
Isn't it funny though how the most valuable um, things that we collect are the ones that was enjoyed the least by the owner, right? Because we're thinking about nostalgia and like all this stuff like to our childhood. It's like, well, we want the one that nobody played with. We want the one that nobody opened up. The one that sat in the fucking dark closet for decades. You know,
You're talking about that Nintendo workout pad where you had to like run
I'm talking
in
about
place?
anything.
Oh,
I'm talking about
talking
anything.
about
I'm talking about games, Power Gloves, comics. You want the one, we want the 9.8, the one that nobody read, that nobody touched. I don't know.
what about that
It's just
weird
interesting.
Nintendo that was like that X-ray one? What was it called? It was like infrared. It was like the Red Boy or something like that.
That was the VR, the Nintendo VR.
The
Yeah, that thing was crazy.
Nintendo headache.
Dude, yeah, dude, my friend had one and he just
Really?
kept it. I remember every time I would go over, he kept it on top of his mantle in his like
Don't
entertainment
touch it.
system. Dude, and I would like, come on, like let's play that thing. That looks cool. And then he just never would take it down ever. Virtual Boy.
How about
Yep.
that?
That's it.
How about the very first Nintendo that came with that little robot that went like this? What was his
Yeah.
name? What was that little thing? I remember looking at that going like, my God, the future is now. The future is now. I can play with this little tiny robot.
Check this out. This is cool. If anybody, here's a Nintendo Power magazine that hits on both levels. Look at this. Nintendo Power. I think this is, what is this, 36, I think? I'm a fan of Artists First.
Arm.
Hold on. I'm a fan of Artists First. That is a comic artist who this is their first drawing work is in. This is the original, true first J. Scott Campbell art. He submitted a competition, a contest for Nintendo Power about create your own video game. And he won. And he created this character, this game called Lock Arm, and he drew all this stuff. And they put it in this Nintendo Power magazine. So this is J. Scott Campbell, true first artwork in a comic or magazine.
That
How
would be
cool is
cool to have. That is cool. That is cool. That's before J. Scott Campbell started drawing women in impossible positions.
This is when he was a kid, man. He was a
How old do you
fucking
think
kid.
he
was
was?
14,
What year was that?
15 years old. I don't know. Let's see.
He'd already been
let's
drawing boobs on girls in school.
Nintendo Power, J. Scott.
I know you have like a very nice computer over there, but the way you like hit those keys, it makes you think you have like the very first Apple computer. You're like
Sorry. I get excited.
well, J. Scott. Yeah, I get it, man. J. Scott Campbell.
1989 was when that came out.
All right, then we got a wiki, Mr. J. Scott Campbell, and find out exactly how old he is. This is kind of creepy, but let's do this. You know?
1989. Hold on. Let me get you the issue number on that. Nintendo Power number 6. Nintendo Power magazine number 6. First J. Scott Campbell ever. Imagine a 9.8 of that signed.
Okay, so 1989. So he was born in. He was 16 when he did that.
16. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Honestly, I thought he'd be better artist at 16 than whatever. Lock Arm. That's supposed to be like a video game. Lock Arm.
It's his idea for a video game. Yeah.
Yeah,
All these are
stick a
concept drawings of like characters.
Lock Arm.
Look, hey, we don't know. It could be great.
That's like Marvel came with a guy named the Spot. What is his power? He makes spots, and he jumps in these spots, and he like teleports to other spots. Come on.
That's not his power.
What is his power?
Well, he interdimensional travel, really.
But why would his
Or-
why would his costume look like just like a bunch of spots? like
They're all
like
black
Spider
holes.
Boy.
Or they're all wormholes technically. They'll go from one place to another.
Let's see here.
This one's been pricey for a while. Look at this. If you get a newsstand of this and a 9.8, Earthworm Jim was great. That was a cool game.
Earthworm Jim. I
Yeah.
had a hard time playing that game, man.
Yeah, it was hard as fuck. Dude, so many of these games were hard as shit.
Well, but it was also like it was like that weird era where like maybe it wasn't a lot of fun. I don't know. Do people really find this shit fun? I don't know. Let's see something here. You image
Earthworm
here.
Jim, it's a challenge. People like the challenge.
Yeah, I don't know. Earthworm Jim was those early Sega games were really hard to play, but they were cool games. They just some of them were hard. Like what is it? There's another one. like it was like a Jello guy or something like that. I forgot what it was. There's a few of those like Toe Jam and Earl. Toe Jam and Earl. Did you ever play that shit?
Yeah. I'd have to see it. I'm pretty sure the name is really familiar. Really familiar.
Those games.
Ren and
I
Stimpy-
liked.
Yeah, Ren and Stimpy's cool. Yeah, you're right.
I liked the Michael Jackson Moonwalker Sega Genesis
Oh,
game.
yeah.
No
I
lie,
remember
dude.
that.
No, I wanted to
remember
save
that.
kids. Low key, Michael Jackson was not.
Let's see. I pulled out a couple of. Oh wait, hold on. Before I show those, Earthworm Jim. This is a newsstand. Let me see real quick what this is. What this goes for.
You're like blowing my mind with all these prices. I knew that Type House Odyssey won, but I knew that there had to be money with these things. But I can't believe that these are as expensive as they are, or even as sought after. You know, Jello
man.
guy. Yeah,
Dude, there's so much out there in the collectible market. It's crazy. Check this out. Well, let's see. You know, I'm not going to show this because this is not a true. This is an asking price. We can't do that. We got to show sold prices on here. Anybody could ask anything for anything.
you got to be
here
the
you go.
sold.
Boom. Hold on. Come on.
You're like boom,
Boom. And there you go.
nothing.
$500.
God,
Earthworm Jim 9.8 newsstand sold for $500.
I have to stop acting surprised. You know, like I want to start thinking about things that are collectible out there that I'm not thinking of. You know, like
Everything.
is there like
Everything's
a certain time of like cow creamer that came from like a diner or something like that that'd be worth a lot of money?
No.
You know, but no, thanks, Sean. Just
What else we
crushed
got?
me.
Dude,
For
there's so many
$500.
things. Dude, there's concert posters. Watch Brian McClay on Beyond Wednesdays. Great YouTube channel. I watch him a lot.
Hit me up.
And he goes over a lot of collectible stuff. And dude, tons of stuff. Concert posters, you know, action figures, of course. You know, movie tickets are starting to sell for a lot. People just want nostalgia. That's
Whoa,
all they want.
like old movie tickets?
Yeah, what you got? You got some?
Nothing, because I threw that shit away because you're supposed to. It's fucking trash. But if I'd known
My
it would
friend
be worth
Ashley,
money,
you know Ashley. She's got a jar full of them. I'm pretty
that's
sure.
because that's just because she's trying to go back and be like, oh, I went to the show, I went to this movie, not because then maybe she can sell them. You know, sell somebody else's good time. There you go. That's what it
Here
should
you go.
be.
Here's there's your first Metroid. This is already expensive. That's your first Metroid right there.
Captain M, the Game Master. That was a show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What games are represented there? Is that a dog? I can't see it very well. Let me take a look here.
me see.
Looks like you have a dog. What's the fucking dog, dude? No, that's just like his sidekick dog. And then I don't know who the
Cute
lady
big-
is. Probably like Elf Quest. No, it's gonna be
No, I don't think that. there's no
Icarus.
Princess Peach.
Kid Icarus. It's gonna be Icarus.
Oh.
The
Yeah. Maybe so.
you know person with wings. Yeah, Icarus. Got that right. You know. And maybe I do have some fucking cow creamers around my house.
Look at
What's up? You
this.
trying to buy?
Hey, look. Boom. Love that book. I got that book.
That's a Star Wars homage right there, almost kind of thing. Is that what that is? Did I get that right?
You know, now that you mention it, ish.
Hey-o.
Ish.
I got an ish out of you. I'm good enough. I'll take that as a win.
Ish. That
Tron
is-
won.
Yeah, I love it. I got it. I love it.
You
I
have that
got
book?
it yeah, I got it in the last collection. Let me see.
You're
I
like,
took
yeah.
out some of the
like-
game books.
Yeah, of course. Oh, so this has been like festering for a while. You've had like little game book things going on here for a minute.
I brought them out just to get some air.
No, of course.
No, and
them
there's other
breathe.
books that I have all my game books in like a certain stack, so I just pulled them out because some of them I didn't have time to pull up the thumbnails and make the slide. Here's a cool one. Killer Instinct. Look at that badass cover.
It's a game too, right? Yeah, you just said you kind of cut
Yeah,
it there.
it's
for
like a
me.
Mortal.
Okay.
It's basically it was Mortal Kombat after Mortal Kombat. This is a cool one. This is Mortal Kombat 0, but it's got the menu on it, which is fucking
And
cool.
that's before Killer Instinct. I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's before Killer Instinct. What is this? Oh, there you go. Street Fighter, right? That book just got.
Are they really making yet another live action Street Fighter? That's what I kind of heard.
Yeah. This one's cool. Kanan and Rado. Raiden and Kano.
Wow.
But it's got the gold foil. That's cool.
You know, I like me some foil, Johnny. You know, I like me some foil.
I'm getting all these. I'm getting all these slapped. Katana. This is a low print. Katana and Melina.
Who are they? Oh, are they also Mortal Kombat people?
Mortal Kombat. Yep. There you go. There's your Tron 1.
Okay.
And Tron 2.
Okay.
Killer Instinct. Yeah, those are fun, man. I just busted them out just because, we were talking about game books.
Yeah.
But I'm getting all those slabbed and I'm not selling them. You know?
Hey, where are you going to put all these things?
Below me.
Okay. All right.
That's where they're sitting. Below.
Yeah, your little slabs are right. Come to me, my children.
Yes.
Nice.
What else we got? Let me see.
Yeah, Trauma does look.
But yeah,
cool.
I mean, so I mean, how much more time you got? You want to wrap it up?
I gotta wrap it up. Yeah. Sorry,
Okay,
everybody.
So, no, it's all good.
I really wish I had a
So,
beer. I really wish I grabbed that beer. Damn. Oh well.
So
next
look,
time.
I want to share with you a mail call today because this started something
Oh,
huge.
what you guys don't know about Johnny? Johnny gets obsessed with shit. Like, hey, video game books. So what happens now is Johnny's about to show us something.
Stack. I've been having this stack of video game books for a while.
Yeah. Okay. So whatever he's about to show us, he's about to spend money on a lot of it. Whatever it is, he's about to show us.
This is true. No, I've been I've had this stack of video games books. I've been having. The only thing I've bought recently is that Mega Man book, which is a smart buy. You know,
I just got rid of my Mega Man books, but the Mega Man book I had was stupid. It was all dumb and boily and not cool after all. Anyway, let's see it.
This is the first of many. Boom. 1952.
Cool. Wow.
Pre-code horror. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Pre-code horror is this is everything I love about collecting comics. It is horror. It is extremely rare. It is extremely valuable.
Why?
You see, because there's very low printed. And if they are printed, they're in terrible condition. These books were in
pre-code mean?
Pre-code. Okay. So I'm actually going to do a YouTube video about this. That's going to go into way more detail. But basically, pre-code means Pre-Comics Code Authority. It's before a group was created that regulated what comic books contained, before censorship existed. So once the code was established, certain books that did not have the code on it, basically parents and children were not allowed to buy them because of the parents would not allow their children rather to buy them because of the graphic, stories and stuff that they had inside. And they are. I read. So this is my next one. This one's a banger. This is Weird Science, number 9. So pre-code horror isn't just like horror. Like it's also, you have weird science, weird fantasy, Vault of Horror, Tales from the Crypt, right? Where all that stuff came from. It's all around the same stuff. EC Comics. And this one's cool. The colors on this are fucking amazing. And what's really cool about this one is, so you see, if you can look at the cover, it's these aliens that are coming down, and you've got the United States Air Force blasting them to bits, killing them. So you go into the book and you start reading the book, and the story is there's a human civilization that's on a planet, and their planet just lost a war and they're about to be completely annihilated. So, and you're led to believe that it's Earth. And so they leave Earth and they leave the atmosphere, and they're traveling for years to go try to find another habitable planet. Mm-hmm. And then at the end, they're like, oh my God, this is perfect. Breathable air, there's water, there's land, soil will be fertile. Like, let's land here. They fucking land, and they get blown to bits because they landed on North America. But they look like humans. So the cover paints the picture of these are hideous alien creatures, where inside in the story, it's basically these were human beings that were trying to find a new habitable planet, and us being humans like we are, the same reason why they left their planet, us being humans, fucking killed them. It's like, it's cool. Like the horror is our humanity.
It was these
Weird
the characters?
Science, baby. Yes. No. But that's where the inspiration comes from. And I love that movie. And I love the, I mean, that's where you get Weird Science from. Yeah. Weird Science.
Weird Science. Woo!
Love the song. Love the song.
Yeah, I love
the
that's
song.
What I loved
Love
about
the
the movie.
story. Yeah, it's really cool. This one's really cool. These things are wall books. They're never leaving my sight. This one I'm going to do a video on about the cleaning, and so I don't know if you can tell on this, but it has a pretty gnarly spine roll. My goal on this is to try to fix that spine roll and remove this tape, because I asked the seller if the tape was.
Push it close. Let me see it. Get it close to the camera. Let's take a look there. There's tape on it.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
No, but dude, no, I mean, look, trust me.
Oh, I see it.
Dude, Yeah, this book doesn't even come up often. I don't care if it has tape or not. What matters on the book, look at those hands, dude. They look so cool. Like,
No, you like what you collect.
dude, love it. So, yeah, that's my new babes. Love them to death. Will be plenty more where that came from, and videos. Like I said, I'm gonna do a detailed video on pre-code horror stuff. It's pretty amazing. Have you,
I'm down
dude,
for that.
Kevin, when you get a chance, go look at some of it's called Seduction of the Innocent. It's a novel that was written in the early 50s that basically started the pre-code horror movement. And this guy basically wrote how comic books are influencing young kids to do all these terrible things that are in the comic books. And
These kids are being influenced by these books. It's terrible.
Exactly. And it 100%, it started a movement, and it fucking worked. It really worked.
They're burning all the comics in the schools.
Right. Yeah. People were, boycotting comics, not buying them, trashing them. So that's why they're very hard to get. Very hard to get.
Well, get them all. Collect them all.
Man.
Collect them all. Buy all the things, right here. Buy all the things that make you happy.
Exactly.
Now I just want a copy of Mega Man 2, because Fingers and Toes made me think Mega Man 2 is super hard to get. Now I want it.
Wait. Why Mega Man 2? Why not 1?
Because Mega Man 2 is where it's at, not Mega Man 1, Mega Man 2. That's where all
you talking about the comic, or you talking
the game?
Mega Man X is Mega Man X is where it's at.
No, that's why you're young.
Yeah.
See, you're too young, young Johnny. You're too young. Mega Man 2
Man
is
X.
where it's at. Mega Man X has that weird intro where it's like X X X X X X X X X. No, you need the NES 8-bit Mega Man where you really had to slave through and really work hard. That was it right there.
Yeah.
And you had to kill the bosses in a certain order. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Right. You didn't kill in a certain order. The whole game was pointless. What was even weirder? The Mega Man Tiger handheld games were actually really fun too. And I don't know why. Those things suck, but that one was a really fun game to play. The little handheld Tiger LCD games, Yeah. Did you ever have those when you were a kid?
No. I don't think so.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think
Hey,
so.
real quick before we close shop here, did you ever have that toy? It's like a balloon, but it had like a plastic ring around it, and you had to jump on the ring, and it's like a pogo ball. Maybe that's what it's called, pogo ball. You had one of those?
Yeah.
But
I didn't have one, but I remember playing with one at summer camp or school or something.
Oh, okay. We gotta compare notes here again. Maybe we're some more margaritas.
On our childhood, dude. You know what I was gonna try to do tonight? I'm so bummed I didn't get to. I got a notification in my email that my Back to the Future book, signed by Michael J. Fox and Chris Lloyd, was gonna arrive today. I was gonna unbox it on the show, but unfortunately, it didn't.
Whatever happened to that collection you're gonna get from those two guys? What's up, man? I thought we were gonna go live.
May 25th. We got the date.
I feel like you need to do a live thing where I'm you're walking with the camera and I'm all talking like the reporter, we are live with Johnny and he's going through these books right now. What do you have? Can you tell us what you have right now? And you're lifting up books and things like that, And we could all drink and watch.
We're gonna do it just like this. There will be alcohol involved. I'm gonna have a third camera that's gonna be over me. Nice. And it'll show. It's going to be a big old mystery pack, and I don't know how large this collection is going to be. Very excited about it, though.
Are you gonna have manicured nails? I don't want nasty ass Johnny nails. Are you gonna wear gloves?
My nails are right.
I'm saying I don't want them to be nasty. I can't tell.
Yeah, no. Of course. There will be. Actually, I probably will wear gloves just in case I stumble upon a GSX one.
I think you need to wear gloves because, quite honestly, if I'm looking at these really cool books and I just see your nasty ass cuticles and be like, dude,
yeah,
no, you might have nice hands though.
Also, just to preserve the book,
Yeah, wear gloves. Be professional.
Yeah, because if I come across a Hulk 181, can't fuck that up, dude. Can you imagine? What,
the second appearance of Wolverine? Yeah, of course.
But. The book, it might be the second appearance, but is the book to get. We can do a whole podcast on that.
Oh my God. I mean, if you look at the annals of history, how many hours have been dedicated to 180 versus 181? No.
It's
But
180. It's 180. It's 180. 180 is the first appearance.
absolutely.
But 181,
Marvel fucked up.
But 181 is the book.
Yeah, of course. It's not fair,
Yeah.
but it is. Anyway,
Same thing with Gambit.
that's
Gambit
also true.
even more so. Gambit even more so. There's even more proof of Gambit being in the X-Men Annual 14.
He fucking talks in the book. He talks. He has lines.
He has like a whole page of dialogue.
Yeah,
He has a whole
I
page of
own it.
dialogue. Yeah. And X-Men 266. Well, I mean, obviously, but it's the cover. People like covers, man. They're like
People are shallow. People are very, very shallow.
It's not normal liking
just kidding.
covers.
I think you have like two of them. Don't you have two
What?
of them? The 266, whatever. The Gambit
I got
ones.
5. I got two annual 14s. I got a newsstand and a regular. If I can get that annual 14 newsstand and a 9.8, which it might, that's serious.
Sell it.
And I've got I'm gonna sell the direct. I'll keep the 9.8. I always keep the most valuable. And then the X-Men 266, I got 5. One I'm gonna do a video on that I need to remove some stains on it.
Do that. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's wrap this up. We're gonna see everybody
let's
next
roll
week.
out. Yeah, absolutely. Next week we'll put something together. We don't know what it's going to be yet, but we'll put something together. And check out the YouTube channel. Just did an unboxing video on there, as well as a review for Evil Dead. That's doing pretty well. Happy about that. If you haven't
There's
seen
a
Evil
company-
Dead yet, definitely go see it.
There's a company I know that may or may not be putting out that soundtrack, but we can't talk about
Nice.
it.
Okay.
Look,
Nice.
it's also important on this thing afterwards. You guys, if you have ideas of what you want us to talk about, I love it. I actually got this idea that we're talking about the video game movies from a friend, and that's the reason we're talking about it. If you guys have anything you want us to talk about, let us know. You know, put it in our Instagrams or put it on Johnny's YouTube channel. Let us know what you think. You know, obviously, hold on to here we go. Let's do this. Show this.
What?
Like and subscribe. We know all the people in here, I believe, but yeah, give us ideas of what you want us to talk about. We'll definitely just do it. It's more fun that way.
Yeah, I want to get I do want to invite Galatry on fairly soon to talk to him about creating comics, what it takes to create, because he's got a comic book that he's about to release, and I just think it's interesting to talk about creating comics and what it takes to get them off the ground, to get what's in your head to what's in your hand. You know.
I know that some people in here like to play the tabletop games and things like that, and that's something I don't know much about, but I would like to have a show where we kind of talk about that too. It's obviously a very popular thing across the board, all over the place, people playing tabletop games. Obviously, Warhammer is the first one that comes to mind because I know that Warhammer is a very big one, but there's a lot of them out there. And we could tie it in with the whole Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out, or if it has come out, I don't know. But there's just some ideas. But anyway, as always, appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next week. And Johnny, take us home.
Yep, that's it, guys. Hit the like, comment below, share this video if you can. Check out the hit the notification bell too. That way you know when the Paper Chase YouTube channel drops content. Tabletop gaming is jam. Marvel Crisis Protocol is great as well. Take care. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you. We will see you on the next one.
Into the void.
Into the void.